From a windstorm in Russia that blew the roof off this apartment building, and a driver in China who came within feet of a devastating rockfall, to an office building in the Philippines that battled a powerful earthquake, and a flash flood in Hunan, China that washed away everyone's car. Here are 12 times Mother Nature got angry on camera. Martha is lucky to be alive. It was late March of 2020, and the 60-year-old retiree from Manado City in Indonesia was trying to get a head start on her spring cleaning. Her chores that day involved sweeping the garage while babysitting her 3-year-old grandson. Everything was going smoothly until the toddler began crying inside her house. Martha tried to ignore it initially, but her grandson wouldn't calm down. She finally decided to see what the problem was. The decision likely saved her life. The landslide buried her garage and damaged the front of her home. Thankfully, Martha and her grandson were nowhere near it and quickly escaped to a neighbor's house. "Thank God we are all right," Martha said afterward. "He was watching over us, because if I hadn't heard my grandson crying, I wouldn't have gone inside the house." According to local authorities, the Manado area experienced a long week of severe weather. Flash floods and freak landslides impacted several other homes, with some homeowners ending up in worse shape than Martha. She was happy to be safe and alive, but wasn't looking forward to sweeping up this mess. The people of Changzhou, China are no strangers to sudden landslides and rockfalls. The wet climate and mountainous terrain mean that one can happen at any time. On September 27th of 2023, a local man was driving in his orange truck when he noticed small rocks tumbling off the mountain and across the road. He knew a landslide was about to happen. He just didn't think it would be this bad. Thankfully, our cameraman and another driver escaped the rockslide unharmed. Local authorities were quickly dispatched to clean the area and reopen the road. Unfortunately, there's no telling how long cleanup operations like this can take. Workers also have to be extra careful where they step and what they move. One tiny miscalculation could easily trigger another massive rockslide. Baotou is the largest city by population in Inner Mongolia. It is famous for refining more than half of the world's rare earth minerals, which helped boost the local economy between 2000 and 2010. Mineral moguls were clutching their precious rocks on August 9th of 2020 when a massive tornado touched down on the outskirts of Baotou. Unfortunately, this tiny village was full of traditional Mongolian yurts that were not built to withstand tornadoes.
这他妈！哎呀，高压水了，哪儿多？喝吗？哎呀，把他们没杀了，这个，有没了？啊！这他妈老子逮了，我要吃了！哎呀，我好多疼！哎呀，喂！来了！啊！我操，早点等你妈！
早就来了吧？
啊！啊！我操！
More than 100 yurts were either damaged or destroyed during the storm, leaving many homeowners without a place to sleep that night. According to reports, at least 33 people sustained various injuries. Many of them were tourists and staff members at a nearby lakefront resort. Traditional yurts are portable, circular homes made of flexible poles and covered in felt or other fabrics. A well-built yurt can be set up and taken down within 3 hours and typically houses between 5 and 15 people. That said, even the sturdiest yurt is no match for a full-fledged tornado. Hurricane Isaias was the 9th named storm in a record-breaking 2020 hurricane season. It landed in North Carolina as a Category 1 storm and moved quickly through Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, and New York. In Avalon, New Jersey, a small borough in Cape May County, boat owners scrambled on the docks to prepare their ships for the coming storm. Unfortunately, the whipping 90-mile-per-hour winds proved too strong. Some made it to shore in time, while others drifted away with the marina.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Before Isaias, the Avalon Marine Center was a popular boat dock that offered rentals and docking permits. The dock in this video was completely destroyed, while others suffered varying degrees of damage. Judging by their website, the Avalon Marine Center is back up and running. Boat damage aside, Hurricane Isaias brought several other problems to New Jersey. Roughly 1.3 million people were without power after the storm, and the beaches of southern New Jersey were covered in jellyfish larvae commonly known as sea lice. Dudinka, Russia, is a small town on the Yenisei River in the Krasnoyarsk region of northern Siberia. It's home to just under 20,000 people who are used to severe weather and harsh living conditions. On March 21st of 2016, a freak storm unleashed powerful winds onto the city. Locals across the street from a 5-story apartment building recorded as bits of the neighboring roof lifted in the gales. It was only a matter of time before the wind got underneath and turned the heavy roof into a sail.
Нет, мало еще. Ой, бля! Максим, быстро смотри, какой ищет. А это-то стоит-то, бляха-муха. Ну, это-то сейчас на первом этаже может увидеть. Влад снимает такая.
Да я снимаю это. А YouTube, ну.
Опа, мать.
Как вот это сейчас подхватит.
Ой, мамочки, ой. Человек, вот я задаю.
Ё-моё.
Боже мой.
Разобрала она.
Мы со светом хоть, все?
Какой свет тебе?
Свет горит, у нас, пиздец.
According to the Moscow Times, nobody was hurt and no cars were parked in the line of fire. However, the debris blocked several main entrances into the building, so people had to use rear doors and emergency exits to get in and out during cleanup. The windstorm was part of a powerful low-pressure system hovering over northern Russia at the time. Wind speeds peaked around 67 miles per hour near the apartment building, which would be like a weak EF0 tornado striking the area. Strong winds were on every Russian's mind, as similar conditions had just taken down a Boeing 737 as it attempted to land on March 19th, claiming everyone on board. Crystal River, Florida is a small city in Citrus County between Tampa and Gainesville. It's home to roughly 3,300 people who are typically more concerned about hurricanes. Tornadoes are one of the last things on their minds. On Father's Day of 2024, a powerful waterspout over Kings Bay came ashore, officially turning into an EF0 tornado. A local man was out on his boat as the storm formed, and he decided to chase the twister from start to finish. He learned rather quickly how powerful a Florida waterspout can be.
Look at that. Lightning coming. I know it's kind of weird to go out in the boat, but oh no, it's got the house. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. It's coming towards me. I got a call. Oh my God. About 100 yards from it. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. Debris coming out of the damn water. Trees getting smacked. Oh my God, Mother Nature. What an amazing, amazing thing. Oh my God!
Once our cameraman was clear, he drove to the ravaged home to inspect the damage.
Oh no! Oh my God, the debris is everywhere. Oh my gosh, the whole house is in the water. Oh no! It ripped the boat top off, the whole trees, the whole house is... Oh man, I'm hitting debris. Oh my God. Holy shit. Hey! Is everybody okay?
According to the National Weather Service, the EF0 storm hit peak wind speeds of 65 miles per hour, technically making it a low-end tornado. Still, it was enough to destroy a boat dock, 2 fishing huts, and other structures in the area. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, though it's unclear if anyone was inside this building when the twister tore through. The Meili Snow Mountains is a scenic, snow-capped range in Yunnan Province, China. It attracts thrill-seeking hikers from around the area who want to test their skills on the steep slopes. On February 12th of 2025, a climbing group set out from one of the base villages. Then, their worst nightmare came true when the mountain began rumbling and a massive avalanche appeared over the horizon. Unable to outrun it, our group decided to hunker down and pray for the best.
快点撤！我操！
快走！
你还在不？你还在吗？慢慢走。
Thankfully, our hikers emerged from the avalanche unscathed. Another group reported seeing 3 similar avalanches in 30 seconds, while the third group claimed another lasted 2 minutes. According to park staff, avalanches like these are common, especially after heavy snowfall. Some park areas are restricted, while several patrols monitor popular high-risk areas. On October 29th of 2019, 2 powerful earthquakes rocked the Philippine island of Mindanao. The first was a 6.6 magnitude tremor in the Tulanan region that struck around 9:04 a.m. The second registered as a 6.1 magnitude earthquake around 10:42 in almost the same area. Office workers in the epicenter town of Tulanan were in for a terrible Tuesday when their entire building began shaking during the first quake. While stuck on one of the upper floors, this worker decided to film the event instead of running for cover.
Dak lang, sunod. Tapos lang kilid lang dyan. Hoy, di daw magpanik. Relax, di magpanik. Kilawag, di magpanik. Dahil lang. Kilang ma'am.
Our cameraman's office building survived the earthquake and everyone made it out safely. Sadly, we can't say the same for the rest of Tulanan. The October 29th event claimed 7 lives and occurred when deadly earthquakes were still fresh on everyone's mind. A week before, a similar tremor claimed another 7 lives. Then, on Halloween, a 6.5 magnitude aftershock hit the same area and tore down a 5-story hotel. Powerful tremors like these are an ugly fact of life in the Philippines. The country sits on the western edge of the Pacific Rim of Fire, where 90% of all earthquakes strike. In early August of 2009, Typhoon Morakot smashed into Taiwan, dropping roughly 100 inches of rain in some areas. All that water triggered devastating mudslides and landslides in the mountainous regions. In the Taoyuan district, a disastrous landslide destroyed a 12-meter concrete bridge, part of Provincial Highway 21. Reconstruction began immediately on a new bridge, with efforts to make it more landslide resistant. Of course, they had to build something temporary to allow traffic to flow during construction. Then, just as everything was coming together in 2012, several days of heavy rain triggered another landslide in the same area. The temporary bridge never stood a chance. Looking back, these guys should have gotten off the bridge at the first sign of trouble. On the bright side, the anti-landslide design plans for the new bridge met and withstood their first test. There was no damage, and construction was completed on time. It withstood another test in 2017 when a similar landslide roared through without leaving a scratch. You've heard of the Titanic, now get ready for the subway. On July 20th of 2021, catastrophic rainfall in Zhengzhou, China, the capital of Henan province, led to extensive flash floods across the city. Those riding on Line 5 of the metro line thought they'd be safe from the water. Unfortunately, they thought wrong. Things went downhill quickly when 253 millimeters, or just under 10 inches of rain, flooded multiple subway tunnels. By 6 p.m. on the 20th, the entire system was shut down, and emergency evacuation plans went into effect. Those trapped on this train wished they had stayed home that day.
外边看到没？外边水更高，太阳外边水更高。
Things got worse when floodwaters broke through an exterior retaining wall and rushed into the subway tunnel. Staff members tried to open the doors, but because the water was higher on the outside than on the inside, the surge quickly cut off any escape routes. They decided to close the doors and keep them closed until help arrived. By then, some passengers were in water up to their necks.
海滩四跟沙口路的中间段，海滩四刚走过去。大家不要说话，你们热不热呀？没说话，就一直都来了。
Finally, help arrived, and 500 passengers were rescued from the flooded train. Sadly, 14 people passed away, and 5 others were injured during the event. Many dispute those figures, as the train was covered with a large black tarp during the search and rescue operations, preventing onlookers from seeing inside. The locals know a cover-up when they smell one. Jiangxi, China, is an autonomous region in northwestern Hunan province. It's home to roughly 2.4 million people who know the dangers of flash flooding better than anybody. For several days in late June of 2023, unrelenting rainstorms dropped over a foot of water onto the area, shattering local records and leading to destructive flash floods. Within minutes, roads in Jiangxi transformed into rivers. The cars parked along the sides became the boats. Soon, our camerawoman pans away from the destruction, and we see everyone standing in murky water up to their mid-calf. Thankfully, the building's integrity held up, and our spectators remained safe inside. It's unclear if any of them saw their own cars being washed away. Cell phone footage from a different part of the city shows debris piling up under a heavy-duty pickup truck. The force becomes too much, and the truck flips over and floats away. Coincidentally, it crashes into another waterlogged pickup. Things got worse before they got better that year. The summer of 2023 brought several destructive typhoons and record-breaking rainfall to many parts of China. For example, during Typhoon Doksuri, Beijing experienced its heaviest rainfall in 140 years. Over 6 months of water fell in just 83 hours. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.